Good day, class. I have a special guest, my Aunt Sally. And you gotta excuse my dear Aunt Sally. She can be a bit pushy when it comes to order of operations. She says you can only solve expressions with more than one operation symbol in one way, the Gemdas way. Gemdas says you do grouping symbols first, then exponents, then multiplication or division depending on the order you see it in the problem, and last addition or subtraction depending on the order you see it in the problem. Now, let's go over our problem before she really gets upset. Now, I know you've been taught PEMDAS since about 4th grade, but you have to remember, education is all about building on what you've already learned to reach higher levels. This year, we learned about different grouping symbols, such as the parentheses, brackets, and braces. Now, when we get order of operation problems, we're going to see different grouping symbols. So instead of saying PEMDAS, we'll use Gemdas. Now, let's look at our problem. We have this long problem, and you'll notice we have different grouping symbols. To our left, we have Gemdas, and we're going to use this as a checklist to see what step of the problem we're going to solve. Now, the first letter is G, so we have to decide which grouping symbol we're going to solve first. And remember, we always go from parentheses to brackets and last braces. Looking at this problem, what do you think our first grouping symbol is going to be that we're going to solve? Very good. The first grouping symbol we see is going to be 20 minus 5. So that's the first step we want to take. So we're going to go ahead and solve it. 20 minus 5 is going to be 15. What I like to do is rewrite my problem or bring everything down that I did not solve yet. So I would bring down the 15 starting from the far left, the addition symbol, my bracket, the 15 that I solved, the addition symbol, the 10 minus 5 in parentheses, and my final bracket. Now I have a new problem that I want to solve, and going on my checklist, I'm still on G. So what grouping symbol do you think we need to solve now? Excellent. We're going to solve 10 minus 5 because it's a parentheses, and we want to solve all parentheses before we move on to brackets or braces. 10 minus 5 is going to be 5. So again, we're going to rewrite this problem. We're going to bring everything down that we did not solve to create our new problem. Now let's go back to our checklist. Starting at G, do we see any grouping symbols? Yes, we do. Instead of parentheses, we see brackets. So that's what we're going to solve. 15 plus 5. When we add 15 plus 5, we all know that's going to equal 20. So we're going to rewrite our problem, meaning bring everything down that we did not solve, and it's only to 15, and we're going to be left with our very simple problem. After every step, you want to go back to your Gemdas checklist. And because we're left with this very basic problem of 15 plus 20, you don't really have to go back to the checklist because we can see there are no exponents, we don't have multiplication or division, but we do see an addition problem. So what we're going to do is just add 15 plus 20. And we all know that equals 35. Your assignment is going to be found on Think Central. So make sure you go to your student portal, click on your math e-textbook, and click on things to do, and you will see your assignment. Now that you know what to do, let's get to work.